In March of 2011, President Bashar al-Assad's Syrian government faced an unprecedented challenge to its authority when peaceful pro-democracy protests erupted throughout the country. Assad responded with violent force, including police and military action, as well as the use of chemical weapons. This sparked the Syrian civil war we hear about in the news today. But when you hear about the Syrian civil war on the news, what comes to mind? It's typically a conglomeration of nations and organizations engaged in their own proxy wars. But what about Iran? Iran has recently been tapped as one of the major powers potentially capable of putting an end to the Syrian conflict. In reality, this is impossible because Iran is the heart of the problem. Iran and Syria are strategic allies. In fact, the Iranian regime considers Syria to be its 35th province and spent approximately $6 billion a year before the war even began to keep Assad in power. The Iranian regime claims to have troops in Syria for advisory and consulting purposes only, creating the appearance of a limited presence, but their actual presence is significantly larger. Tehran is paying as many as 73,000 domestic and foreign soldiers and mercenaries $82 million each month collectively to target the Free Syrian Army. Assad's regime itself has only 50,000 soldiers. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard's forces have divided Syria into 5 military zones, with 18 command centers dedicated to defeating the Free Syrian Army's pursuit of democracy in the region. Iran has made no effort to fight the Islamic State and benefits from the instability it causes. Altogether, Iran is spending between $15 and $20 billion each year on the war, totaling their costs at about $100 billion, the same amount of money the United States made available to it through the Iran nuclear deal. That's money that could be spent on the 55% of Iranian urban population living under the poverty line of $1.60 a day for a family of 5. While the civil war rages on in Syria, with no end in sight, the Iranian regime is spending billions of dollars to suppress the Syrian people instead of helping their own. When millions of ordinary Iranians are making under $2 a day, $100 billion could go a very long way. If Assad were to defeat the Free Syrian Army, what would lie ahead for the region? Would Iran gain another puppet government in the Middle East?